Is Australia the next whiskey frontier, or is it just another hot country profiting off young whiskey? Hi there, my name's Lewis, and welcome to the Neckpour. This is the whiskey review channel where I give you my thoughts and opinions on a particular bottle of whiskey from the Neckpour all the way down to the Dregs. You join me here today for the Neckpour of a new bottle. This is the Starward Left-Field, and a bottle that I got last week as a present for my birthday, which I was delighted to get. It is something I have tried before. However, it was just a single dram tasting, and to be honest, other than enjoying it, I can't remember a huge amount about it. So, without any further ado, let's get this bottle cracked open, and we'll have a little chat. Get straight into this cork. Oh, I've not quite done enough there before it's cracked open. Let's see. There we go. Got enough. Let's have a little listen. Plastic cork, but still a very satisfying sound. So I can't complain too much at all. And let's give this a little pour. Quite a wide mouth bottle, so not a satisfying glug. But my oh my. Look at the colour on that. Apparently, from doing a little bit of research, this is natural colour and non-chill filtered, which is reasonably surprising given that it's down at 40%. I assumed it was just going to be filtered at least, and given the colour of it and the fact they've watered it down, I wasn't sure if that was natural, but apparently that is all the red wine doing the work. So this apparently is 100% red wine matured. Some of that's SDR, some of that are fresh barrels. And I believe the guys that run this get the barrels from a vineyard that's literally just across the road. And there's some sort of connection there between the two. But like I say, I'm trying to remember something I was told at a tasting probably 18 months ago now. So who knows exactly how accurate that information will be. When I come back for the Dregs, promise you I'll have a bit more information than that. But yeah, let's get this up to the nose. Quite a bit of malt on the nose. Almost a kind of sourdoughy type note there. It's not sweet at all. And so that bread comes across as quite sour. And I'd say sort of cranberries and apples. Pretty appealing. A little hint of youth on that, because I'm sure being from Melbourne is a reasonably hot climate. It's not as cool as a lot of the Australian distilleries, which are down in Tasmania. So it's probably pretty young stuff, this, just because otherwise it would be wood juice very, very quickly. So there's a little spicy note there. Partly that'll be the STR, partly that'll be the red wine, partly that'll be the age, I would have thought. So it's quite hard to pinpoint exactly which one that's down to today, but it is certainly there. But no, that's a very, very pleasant nose. And yeah, let's get it on the palate. Sliced apples that have been left out for a little bit. There's kind of something that changes, I find, when apples have gone slightly brown. But yeah, sliced red apples there that have just been left out in the warm for a minute. Not at all spoiled or rotten, but just there's a slight kind of change. A little bit of biscuitiness there. I'm getting quite a bit of caramel. And then I'm getting a raspberry. Definitely raspberries on the palate there. Pretty nice. Not super oily, super thick. I mean, given the percentage, I'm not to expect that. But it's very easygoing. It's very smooth. It's not at all. I was expecting maybe a little bit more spice there on the palate, just given the cask makeup. But no, that's very pleasant, very easy drinking. Perhaps not a March whiskey, but certainly I think this would go cracking in July. Then moving on to the finish, that wood spice does start to come through. There's certainly wood spice and red wine spice. I'm getting peppercorns. I'm getting a little bit of clove. And I'm getting a little bit of, it's not necessarily like a fresh chili, but almost like a little bit of dried chili heat coming through, as well as more and more of those raspberries. There's certainly a creaminess from that STR. And again, with that biscuitiness, almost getting towards like a kind of cheesecakey kind of thing. But yeah, the finish of that, not to be sniffed at. And it's surprisingly long, if not particularly full, you know. It's not coating my mouth and screaming and shouting at me, but it is still there, and it does hang around for a good while. But yeah, that's very good stuff, actually. I'm really enjoying that. It's a real nice kind of easy drinking, not have to think about it too much. There's no aggression anywhere. There's no bite. There's no fight. It's just a proper kind of drinking whiskey. I think that over a couple of ice cubes, a little bit of soda in the summer, going to make a wonderful highball. And again, I think for a cocktail whiskey, you could do a heck of a lot worse than that. I think compared to most 40% whiskies, there's a lot more going on because it's not been as filtered, because it's not got any colour in it. It means they are treating the whiskey with a lot more respect. And yeah, Starward is certainly a distillery well on my radar now, because that is very, very good. And the price is just right for it. It's $36.95. I think in today's climate, anything under 40 quid that is pleasant, if not the greatest thing in the world, is pretty good value. I'm not saying it's the best thing you get for $36.95, but it's certainly a very good whiskey, very capable. And I am actually really, really looking forward to banging that in a cocktail, a highball, something like that, and really seeing how that kind of develops. Because, yeah, really enjoyable stuff. And yeah, certainly I'll be having a little look at Starward in general, because that is, yeah, very enjoyable. I'm not sure I'm getting anything tropical, but the apple and the berries are definitely there for me. And they talk on it about how Melbourne's rapidly changing climate ages it. Because, yeah, I believe it's hot, cold, quite a lot, and quite hot and quite cold. So, yeah, certainly be pretty young stuff. But no, and again, anything that's that colour, if it's natural, it just excites me. I mean, look at it. I'll show you a bit more up-close footage. I was showing that at the start, I think. But it's just a crazy, crazy colour. And, yeah, to say it's natural is just amazing, because that's the kind of colour that some distilleries dream of and put in E150 till it glows in the dark. But to do it properly is what everyone should be aiming for. I think, like a great present, it's something that I wouldn't necessarily have bought for myself. So I want to say a massive thank you to Sarah and Kieran for picking this bottle up for me. I really do appreciate it. And the same to you guys at home for tuning in today and watching. The fact that you take time out of your day to spend with me does mean a lot to me. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd just like to say, if you could drop a like down below. Got any thoughts on this bottle? If there's anything else Australian you want to see me review? Or anything in general that you think I should be hearing about? Drop that in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you've really enjoyed the video, please do hit the subscribe and the notification bell down below so you're informed next time I post. But other than that, I would like to once again say thank you so much for joining me here today. And until the next time, I'd like to say cheers, sláinte, and I'll see you again.